Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today's video is a little bit different. I'm going to be going through some of the new makeup releases for February and we're going to just talk about them. So there are some products that have already been released and there are some that haven't been released but will be later this month. So I'm going to go through them and kind of just talk about them, and I'm also going to talk about whether I'm going to purchase them or not purchase them, because there are some products that I'm like, oh my god, I really want this, don't need it but want it, and then there's also some products that I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you guys want to see some new February makeup releases and what I think about them, then just keep on watching. Okay, so if you see me looking down, I'm either looking at my little list or I'm looking at my phone, because I do have full credit to Trend Mood. I will put pictures up somewhere. I don't know if it'll be this side or this side, but most of these screenshots are from Trend Mood's Instagram, so, or Trend Mood 1 Instagram. So yeah, so full credit to her. This is where I found most of the new releases. Like literally, she is the best when it comes to new makeup releases. I feel like she's just like on top of the game. So full credit to her. But so yeah, that's why I'm looking down. But the first product is actually the Jeffree Star Bloodlust collection. I'm only going to be talking about the palette because I feel like that's like the grand thing. Now, I actually saw the video. It literally just launched, like he literally just uploaded the video maybe like 2 hours ago. And the packaging is gorgeous. I love the packaging. I'm all for it. But when he opened up that palette, I was kind of like, what the heck? Like, I was not expecting that. I was expecting, as you guys can see by the picture, I was expecting more of like more purples. Like I was expecting more purples than some of the other colors. Like there's a green in here, there's like a teal, there's like a corally color. Like I was just expecting more purples. Don't get me wrong, it's a stunning palette and I really do want to try it because purples are very hard to make and I already know that he's gonna master this. But I was like kind of like what the heck? I was like I said, expecting more purples. The Blood Sugar palette is like all reds and all pinks. The Blue Blood palette is like all blues with one like peachy color, I think. So I was kind of shocked to see not as many purple shades. Now this palette has 18 shades. It's going to be retailing for $54, so pretty much the same price as the other ones. I think the other ones might be $52. I'm not too sure, but around the same price range, which is pretty pricey, but you guys know that he puts a lot of money towards his products, so $54 is kind of like his usual price range when it comes to stuff like that. And this will be launching February 21st at 10 a.m. PST, so that's 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So this palette is stunning. I'm looking at the, like I'm kind of like swiping through the pictures right now. I love the velvet. I'll have it up here for you guys. I love the velvet. I think it is so pretty. And the packaging is just super unique. The swatches are like to die for. So it's definitely a very unique palette, but like I said, I was expecting more purples. But am I going to purchase this? I don't really know yet. I have to think about it. It's on my maybe list. I really want it, but I don't need it. I literally have 2 full dresser drawers of eyeshadow palettes. Half of them I haven't even used yet, including Blood Sugar and Blue Blood. I have not used either of those yet. I haven't had a chance. Like, it's a bright red palette and a bright blue palette. Like, when am I going to have the chance to use those? So I haven't used those yet. I have so many palettes. I don't need this one, but I kind of do need this one because it goes with like the blood collection and I would love to have all 3 of them. So this one's on my maybe list. We will see how much money I got in my bank account that day. But so yeah, it is really cool. His formula is to die for. I love his formula. I've tried the Conspiracy palette. I've tried the Jawbreaker palette. I've tried the Mini Controversy palette. I've tried the Mini Jawbreaker palette. His formula is just bomb. He definitely knows what he's doing. But so yeah, let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing I have on my list is the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. Now honestly, I'm going to be 100% real with you guys because that's what I do. Not impressed. It's a very beautiful palette, but so many palettes have been made like this already. There are thousands, and probably not thousands, I'm probably being a little dramatic. There are hundreds of natural looking palettes and we don't need any more of them. We need more color, we need more oomph, you know what I mean? I just feel like this is like your basic palette. Now if you're the kind of person where you're obsessed with neutrals, that's all you wear, this is your palette, you do you, boo boo. But I have so many neutral, natural, whatever palettes in my collection that I don't need it. The glitters look beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. but I'm really just not interested in it. It's just not, like, I saw it, I was like, oh, it's pretty, but don't need it in my collection. I already have shades like that in my collection. But let me see. I definitely do think it is a good beginner palette, so if you're starting off with makeup, I do think this is a really good option. But then again, there are hundreds of other natural looking palettes in the makeup world that you can look at as well. You don't have to necessarily just look at this one. This palette is going to range for, this palette's going to be $45, which I actually feel like is pricey for their palettes, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like their palettes are usually around $30, but I could be wrong. So, meh, I mean, not that exciting, you know? So that one's definitely going to be a pass for me. I just, like I said for the millionth time, I have so many shades like that in my collection. I don't need to add on to it. Too Faced does have a pretty good formula. It's not my favorite formula ever. I would have to say Jeffree Star's formula is up there with my favorites, or like Morphe or something. But Too Faced, it's $45. It's not really worth it to me. Okay, so now the next product that kind of goes with the palette is the Too Faced The Light Highlighting Palette, which is going to be retailing for $42. I feel like that is outrageously pricey for that palette because it's literally only 3 highlighters. But then again, it's really not, it depends on how you think of it. Drugstore person wise, this is pricey, but if you're into the high-end stuff, you might not think so. But this palette, it's not palette, it's a trio. It comes with 3 highlighters. It is really, really pretty. It comes with like a soft focus highlighter, it comes with a regular highlighter, and it comes with a sparkly highlighter. So the soft focus one is more for like the apples of your cheeks, to make those like the apples of your cheeks like pop. And then the highlighter, you know, you put it where you would highlight, and then the sparkles just to add a little bit more of a pop. I think it's really, really pretty. If it wasn't $42, I would definitely get it because I've been really into like highlighting the apples of my cheeks and really having a nice blinding highlight. But because of the price, I just feel like it's like not worth it. I'm not too sure. But it's a good concept. I do really like the idea, but it's just not for me. I mean, it is for me, but the price ain't for me. You know what I mean? So, you know, kind of like meh. It is available now, so you could totally go get it at Sephora right now if you wanted to. But so yeah, that's something I'm gonna pass on. Next is the famous Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. Now, don't get me wrong, this palette is gorgeous. Like, gorgeous. I love it. But your girl don't need it, okay? The shades in here, I feel like I have some of them in my collection. Now, looking at the swatches, I definitely don't have some of these shades in my collection, but most of them I do. So this kind of goes along with the Jeffree Star palette where I don't need it but I want it kind of thing, because I do really like the formula of her original palette, and this is like the volume 2, so it's supposed to be similar. So, I mean, the shades are really, really pretty. It's definitely not a need, it's more of like a maybe kind of thing. Like, we'll see what's going on. They are super pretty. The shades, like, I love like this pink row right here. I just think it is so freaking pretty, but like I don't need it. Like, on an everyday basis, am I gonna wear these hot pink shades? No, I'd probably use them once and then forget about them kind of thing. So, like I said, this is like a maybe thing with Jeffree Star's palette. I do really like the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and I do really like her Vault collection. So, this is a maybe. But it's going to retail for $39. It comes with, let's see, how many shades? I'm not sure how many shades it comes with. I want to say 35 shades. Yeah, it comes with 35 shades for $39. It's not too bad. It's like a little bit over $1 per shadow. And then this is going to launch February 13th, which is in a couple of days. So, yeah. It's a very, very pretty palette, but it's on my maybe list. Now this next thing I was super, super shocked to see. It's the Tatcha The Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I was not expecting this. I saw it on Instagram today and I was like, oh my god, like that is so awesome. Like, I would have never thought like a liquid silk canvas. You guys know the Silk Canvas Primer is so bomb. I love it. However, it is pricey. It's like $52, so it's definitely not like something I wear on a daily basis. It's more like a special occasion kind of thing. At least I try to wear it only on special occasions, because I ain't spending $52 every couple of months, you know what I mean? It's very, very pricey. Now this liquid one is the same price. This is actually not available until March 3rd, but we're just gonna throw it into this video anyways because it is coming very soon and it's pretty much like the end of February, beginning of March, so we'll just include it. But so yeah, it will be available online. It doesn't say anything about in-store yet. But yeah, March 3rd it will be available online at Sephora. So now the difference of it is really it's just the same thing, just the liquid one is liquid, I guess. It's kind of like the Tatcha Silk Canvas Melted. Now Trend Moods caption, it says Silk Canvas versus Liquid Silk Canvas. The Silk Canvas is a pressed balm, richer, creamy, and it's for all skin types. And the Liquid Silk Canvas is a liquid with a pump, featherweight, oil-free, all skin types. So it's pretty much the same thing, just you take your Tatcha, you melt it, and you make the same thing. This I probably won't be purchasing, even though I do really want it, because I do really enjoy the regular silk canvas. But for $52, I don't need it that bad. I can, maybe if I finish my regular silk canvas that I have, if I finish that, maybe I'll get this one. But otherwise, I don't need it. I need to take control. I don't need it, okay? But it is a really cool concept, and I do think it's a really good idea for the everyday person, because sometimes it's a pain to go ahead and scrape the product out, put it on your hand, depending on if you use the little tool it comes with or not, put it all over your face. This is just pump, put it on, good to go kind of thing. So this is definitely, I feel like, easier for the everyday rushed kind of person, but otherwise, we'll see. Maybe in the future I'll get it. I'm not going to say no to it because I do really like the idea, but maybe in the future I will purchase this, but just not right now. Okay, next, this one is super cool. This is the Beauty Blender Bounce Airbrush Liquid Whip Concealer. Now, I actually did not try the Beauty Blender foundation. I have wanted to try it because I heard it's like 24-hour, like long wearing, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it's pretty good. I didn't hear anyone like rave about it, like, oh my god, this is the best foundation in the entire world. I haven't heard that necessarily, so I was kind of like meh about it. But the concealer looks so bomb. I love the applicator. The shade range is pretty good. I feel like it's definitely not as bad as their foundation shade range. Their foundation shade range, they got a lot of hate for it. It had barely any deeper skin tone shades. Now the concealers, I feel like it's not too bad, because most people, they conceal under when they conceal under their eyes, they use a lighter shade anyways. So I mean, they could have done a little bit better. Like, I can definitely see a few spots where they could have added like a few more deeper shades, but I definitely feel like it's not nearly as bad as their foundation shade range when they first launched. I don't know if they added new shades or anything, but this bad boy has 40 shades, which is pretty good. I've heard brands go up to 60 and go higher and higher, so definitely more shades could have been made, but it is just a concealer, so it's more, like, you could be more flexible with it rather than a foundation. This is going to retail for $26. It has a lightweight, full coverage that uses hyaluronic acid and peptides to create a smooth, undetectable finish. Full coverage with a natural finish. That sounds like everything I want in a concealer. I love concealers that have like that satin, natural look under the eyes. I don't like anything matte. I don't like anything too dewy. So this is right up my alley. It's actually available right now, so if I wanted to purchase it right now, I could. So this concealer actually retails for $26, which I feel like isn't too bad for being in the high-end world, I guess you could say. I think I was expecting it to be more than that. I feel like that's why I'm surprised it's $26. So this I'd definitely be willing to give a try. Yeah, I think I might pick this one up. I'm not going to promise anything, because I always say I'm going to pick something up and then I totally forget about it because something else comes across it and I just completely forget. So this I might pick up. We will see. I'm not going to promise anything, but it's definitely on my want list because it sounds really good. The only thing it doesn't say is that it's long lasting. So, I mean, at least in Trend Moods caption, it doesn't say anything about it being long lasting, so I'd be super curious to see if it is. Alright, we're down to our last two products. The next thing is the Beige Cosmetics, the Truffle Blush Collection Palettes. Now, I'm not a huge blush palette kind of gal, but when I saw these, I was like, oh my god, that is so freaking adorable. Literally, it's like, they have the chocolate strawberry truffle, vanilla peach truffle, chocolate orange truffle, vanilla cream truffle, vanilla strawberry truffle, chocolate cherry truffle, vanilla cherry truffle, I don't know what this one says, vanilla orange truffle, and chocolate marshmallow truffle. I just think it is so cute. The outside packaging looks like a chocolate box, and it is just like, this might have to be like mine. For $12, that is incredible. That is super duper cheap. So yeah, it's available actually right now, so I could also purchase this right now if I want to. It's a possibility. Looking at the swatches, they don't look super pigmented, but they look pigmented enough to use it as a blush, you know what I mean? Because you don't want your blushes to be so pigmented, it's like you put it on, you're like, oh crap, I have to blend it out. It looks like just the right amount of pigment for a blush, if that makes any sense. So yeah, this one's probably gonna be on my purchase list. Now, whether it's today or months from now, I'm not too sure, because BH Cosmetics stuff does have a tendency to be at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but even $12 isn't a lot, so I wouldn't be mad if I found it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls for a little bit cheaper, because I'm still not spending a lot on a blush palette. Okay, so the next product I'm gonna talk about is the Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution Heartbreakers little palettes. It comes with 9 shadows. And these, honestly, they look very similar to the Huda Beauty Neon palettes. At least the green, the red, and the pink one kind of look similar to that, I feel like. But these, I'm looking at the swatches, and they look so freaking beautiful. They're available right now. And they retail for, let me see, $7 each. That's nothing. That's less than $1 per shadow. That is crazy. Yeah, I definitely am very interested in those palettes. They look super pretty. And along with that collection, they have the Heartbreakers concealer in 18 shades. They could have done a little bit better with the shade range, but those retail for $9 each. Pretty average for their concealers. And then they have the Heartbreakers Shimmer Blush and Matte Blush duo little things, and those retail for $9 each. So the palettes are definitely the cheapest, and they look so beautiful. That green one and that purple one are calling my name. They look so beautiful. So hopefully they'll be available on Ulta. I don't see anything about it being available at Ulta, so hopefully it will eventually be, because I would definitely be interested in those. Now the concealers, looking at the swatches, they don't look like they're super full coverage. They look a little bit more like light to medium coverage. So that I'm kind of meh about, especially if I'm going to be getting the Beauty Blender concealer. I'm probably going to pass on the concealer and probably the blush duos. Those don't really look too fascinating to me. It's literally like a heart with a crack in the middle, and then one side's like a highlight, and then the other side's like a matte blush. So not too exciting, but those palettes though, they look gorgeous. So yeah, those are probably on my purchase list because they look so beautiful, and I love Makeup Revolution shadows. I never really had an issue with them. They can be chalky at times and a little bit dry, but some of their shades are just phenomenal, and for the price, you can't beat it. Alrighty guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've never done a video like this where I went through some of the new releases. I would love to do it each month if you guys are interested, so let me know in the comments down below. I think it would be really cool to go through each month, talk about all the new releases, whether I'm going to purchase them or not, and then I'll kind of give you guys an idea of what products to see in future videos and that sort of stuff. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!